Liverpool versus everybody. We have a great guest here. Um, Introduce yourself for me, man.
Um, the ANFIELDROAR, my channel. I just do match previews, match reviews, any latest news on Liverpool. So check it out there.
Yeah, people, please check him out when you have a chance. Doing some good things over there. Appreciate you coming on, man. I know you've probably been talking about Liverpool all podcast or two. Did a couple of videos, um, but we're getting down to that big game, man. That big game,
Mhm.
the game we all been waiting for, and I guess we should start right with the most recent news on Matip. Um, do you think it's a big? How are you looking at that? You think it's a big blow? Do you think it's something that you feel pretty confident with Lovren still there? Talk to me about that.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big blow. Um, I mean, Matip, he hasn't played as well as he did last year. I mean, Van Dijk's come in and set, high standards for our defenders, and I think we need a new centre back to partner him next year. Um, I mean, Lovren again, I think he's been, you could say, maybe better than Matip. But I think the big miss for us is Emre Can. If he doesn't start, I think that's a bigger blow than Matip. Obviously, we need him to rotate because we've got two competitions now, Champions League and the Premier League. So it's a big blow, and I heard Clavan's out. Gomez is out as of 2 to 3 weeks. So we've got two recognised centre backs in Lovren and Van Dijk, and it looks like for the majority of the remainder of the season, we're going to have those two to play with. So I think it is a big blow, but I think the bigger blow is Emre Can and Joe Gomez.
Yeah, I'm willing to. I think I feel the same on that, especially with Emery. Matip being hurt is a blow, and then when you hear that Emery doesn't really look like he's that much closer to recovering, although it felt like just recently Klopp was saying that he would be okay in his mind, but the body works in a crazy way, man, and I thought for sure Emery, or hoped at least, that he would be fit. So it's really interesting, man. International break comes, and I know Emery got hurt before that, but we lose Emery, we lose Gomez, and Matip, and it looks like Matip and Gomez for significant amounts of time. It's a good thing Andy Robertson just had a dead leg, and it wasn't anything much to that. Um, but yeah, the midfield to me is one place where I wouldn't say worried. I think we'll get the job done, but it is one of the places in our team that caused me a bit of concern, even more so than the defense, and mainly that's because City's midfield is really just that good. I think it's the best part of what they do in the midfield with, of course, Silva and De Bruyne. Um, who are you looking at to be first? What do you think Klopp will go with in the midfield, the three, and who would you prefer if it's not the same as what Klopp?
Well, if everyone was fit, I would have gone with Chan in the DM. I would have gone with Ox and Genie. The same midfield that we beat City with 4-3. I mean, that's got power, energy, and I think I think De Bruyne was quiet throughout the whole game in that one. And I think with the energy of Wijnaldum, Oxlade-Chamberlain, and the powers of Chan, I thought that was a perfect midfield. But now with Chan, um, he may be on the bench, but he's obviously not going to be fit because he hasn't trained like 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm going to go with Henderson. I'm gonna go with Ox, and I'm gonna go Genie. I would like Milner to play, but I just don't think he's got the energy of Ox and Genie. I think we need that to stop De Bruyne and Silva for the whole 90 minutes because that's going to be a huge task because they're so good and they can create something out of nothing. And De Bruyne, Silva, Fernandinho, who also breaks up the play really well. And if he's got one more yellow card, Fernandinho, then he's going to be missing the second leg. Same with Henderson as well. So we have to look at that. But it's going to be so tough, and it's going to be even tougher now because we've got a few injuries now. But listen, we've got a good team. We've got Salah, Firmino, Mane. That's going to be a threat to any team coming up against. We've got the pace there, the trickery as well. Defensively, we've still got Van Dijk. But where I worry, as you said, the midfield, you're spot on there. And defensively, I'm not too worried with Lovren, but I'm worried on that right-hand side with Trent because we saw against Zaha. Same thing with Rashford as well. Gets caught out from a goal kick, flick on, and he's on the wrong side, and at least a goal. But I think if Milner was on the right hand side, I think it'd be good because he can he can teach him throughout the whole game, and give him support. But whoever's on that right hand side, whether it be Ox or Genie or anyone, they have to stay with Trent. We have to double up on Sane because he's a major threat.
Yeah, I think that's been the most consistent. I've been talking about that all week. And not even so much that because I don't, believe in Trent. It's just, it is what it is. He is where he is. He's been playing a lot of games. It was working good, I think, with him and Gomez being able to flip flop. But now with Gomez injury, he's been playing a lot of games, man. And
Mm,
it is very key for whether it be Chamberlain or Milner to really 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 be key on helping him out on that right side, and Lovren as well. I mean, in general, we got to really really be there for the kid, and I think if we can minimize Sane, I think we're almost home because we're gonna get our goals. I believe. I think we're gonna rip it
mm.
rip it up at Anfield tomorrow, but we got to be sound. As far as helping Trent, that whole right side really with Trent Lovren, we got to have a real serious kind of complete team performance as far as assisting each other defensively. And I think the press is really going to help with that. If we come out fire and we choke them like we do to teams, like we did to them in the game at Anfield recently, if we come out and do that and we're able to be effective in our press, high up the pitch, getting the ball back, I think the rest will follow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We know City's a tough team, but I think we would definitely be able to get at them. There's a comment coming in here saying, what was your understanding of what Klopp was saying about Klavan? Because I thought that he was saying that he's been training, but he probably won't be playing in this game tomorrow.
I mean, it's a weird one with Clement because since that game against Burnley when he got that last minute winner, I haven't seen him in action since then.
Yeah,
I mean, I
yeah,
mean,
it's
it's hard.
bizarre, man. It's
Yeah, I
bizarre.
mean,
I was like, did
since
something
then,
happen to him or what?
yeah, because there's no news. First, it was he got ill, then he has a slight injury, and now he's got another injury. And Klopp's just not saying what it actually is. He's not actually
Yeah.
describing what it is. And back on that defensive issue quickly. I know how Van Dijk plays on left, and when Van Dijk and Lovren are playing, I think Lovren plays on the right and Van Dijk on the left. I thought we could look at something like Van Dijk on the right to kind of just help Trent a bit more and Lovren on the left because I know Lovren, yeah, because
I hadn't
Lovren,
thought about that. I hadn't thought about
because
that.
Lovren's
Yeah.
got that. Lovren is good on his weak foot, because when Lovren and Matip play
Oh.
together, Lovren plays on left and Matip plays on right. So I thought maybe if you can put Van Dijk on right and Lovren on left, I don't think there'd be any harm in that. And I think it'd benefit us because of Van Dijk's. You could teach Trent through the game.
Yeah, that's a good shout, man. I hadn't thought about that, and I feel like it wouldn't be too much to do that. They both could play. Like you just said, Lovren is used to playing on the left, um, or has done it at least. I don't know about used to, but at least he's done it. And Van Dijk, I just feel like you could put him anywhere on the back line, left back, full back, right back, whatever. He's that good. So yeah, that's a good shout. That's a good shout, man. Still and yet, even if we do that, I still think there's got to be, like we said before, Milner and or Ox to be there to help him on the flank. But yeah, that's a good shout, and I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that in the game. Um, yeah, so that'll be interesting. Um, what's your kind of feeling about score prediction? What do you think is what are you thinking we can get the
Well,
first game?
I mean, a clean sheet would be fantastic because I know we'll score at Etihad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm very sure that we'll score at Etihad. I mean, we were 4-1 at one point at home, and I think Van Dijk wasn't playing that game as well. But I think the thing is here, we can't, we have to keep concentrated for the whole 90 minutes, because obviously with their
Yeah.
away goals and all that stuff, you can't lose concentration 1 minute, especially against a team like Man City. I've always said 3-1 since the draw went out. I said 3-1. I think that'd be a good result. Because I think we can score goals at the end, and I think we're dangerous going forward. We're very very dangerous, and I'm thinking 3-1. I wouldn't mind, and even a 0-0 wouldn't even be too bad because get a score draw at the Etihad and we go through. But I doubt 0-0 is going to happen in this sort of game. I mean, there's going to be plenty of goals.
Yeah, I think that's the feeling everybody has. There gonna be plenty of goals. I think we would all be shocked if it was a 0-0 draw, even 1-1. I think a lot of people were saying 2-2, 3-1. I think the best result for us is 3-1. Karius is coming on strong right now. At the
Yeah,
right
that's
time, he
vital.
really
That
is.
is vital.
People forget to even mention the save he had against Palace off his chest there with
Mm.
was that
Zaha.
coming in, and then the set piece goal attempt at least for them. So He's coming on good, and that's so refreshing, man. I mean, it's good not to be talking about goalkeepers every week. You know what I mean? Like that's really giving us some confidence. I mean, I'm sure it's giving the players around him some confidence, but just as fans, that's really nice. And then the left back situation, Robertson has been just a legend, man. He's been a legend in one
Yeah,
season, and he hasn't even started from the beginning of the season. So it's nice to know that we have certain parts, even though it's like everything around us is falling down with our right back situation, and not to be harsh on Trent, but center back and stuff like that. It's good to know that we do have some pieces, and of course, I can't forget Van Dijk. So who didn't play either of the games, of course, not the first one against City, and definitely not the second one. So I think just with his presence alone, I feel like Lovren could really raise his game. I really do. Lovren came out recently with a piece saying some things as he does. To me, he talks a bit too much, but there were some things he was saying in this piece that I really like just about his playing with Klopp and how Klopp kind of you know if, you know helps him with just finding confidence within himself and things of that nature. So look, it's a big game. So it's on a big stage, and we need everybody to step up. So I think guys will be ready, and I think you could tell just a little bit. I said this in the video earlier that they're human, so these guys definitely had their minds on City at least to a degree, and I think they're saving kind of their best for these big games, and I can't wait. I think the big thing for me is that not too many people have us winning this, man. Some of our own fans, you know it, you've seen it. They don't have us winning this, and to be able to knock these guys out, being the favorites, one of the favorites, arguably in Europe to win this, and obviously the favorites to win every Premier League, according to some people, as long as they have Pep. It would just be so good to get this win, because people still questioning, even though that first game, Mane was sent off. Clearly, if it's 11v11, that's a different game. And even the game we beat them, it's like, oh, you beat us, but if we had 5 more minutes, we would have beat you. This would really just put it to rest. To beat them over 2 legs, or whatever on aggregate to get past them,
yeah.
would be really, really big, man. And I can't wait. But I think 3-1 is probably the best we can look for. I don't know. I got a feeling this game might be slightly different than what we all think. I think both teams, at least in the first 15, 20 minutes, are going to probably be trying to feel each other out, see what they can get, what they can't get, not give too much away. But again, they're both open teams, so to a degree, they're going to have to show who they are. And I think we'll win it. I really think we'll win it. And like you said, at the Etihad, I don't really have too many fears about that. So pretty excited going into it. Give me a guy you're looking to really step up and be man of the match. Anybody. It could be Salah, again, Mane. Just who do you think could be that key person for us in this game?
I mean, the key person for us, I mean, there's a lot. I mean, the front three, I think they're just going to do the job either way. I mean, what I'm looking at is there's a couple of people, Trent, Lovren, and if Henderson starts, him. Because in my opinion, his performances haven't been good this year. It hasn't. They haven't been to our standard. And I think there's the few positions that we need. I mean, Trent's a stand up the person that needs to have the best game. I mean, he has a point to prove because he's a good right back. I believe him. I believe in his talent. His debut, I think his debut was against United at Old Trafford, and he bossed Martial out of the game. So it's in him, but we just want to see him on this big occasion, on this bigger stage, to show the world what he's about, because there'll be millions of people watching this game, everywhere watching this game. So it's his chance to step up and show Klopp that he's got the ability and the talent, and a mindset to be our number one right back, our first choice right back. I mean, Klopp said that Klein is in contention to start. He said he's fit, but he said the rhythm of his game, it's not up to scratch yet. And I'm not sure that I'm not sure Klein will start. I don't think he'll start. I do worry because City's tough. City's a very, very, and over 2 legs. That's the thing. That's why I worry. It's over 2 legs. Can we do it over 180 minutes? That's 210 if it goes extra time. But over 180 minutes is going to be very, very tough. And if we go through, no one can question us because we've done it the hard way. We're through to the semis and beating City home and away. I mean, that is extremely difficult to do. And if we can get to the semis, I mean, we have nothing to lose. I said before the season started, I said if we can get top 4 for one more year, because next year I want to see a title challenge. I don't want to see top 4 again. I want to see us, challenging for the title. I said if we can get top 4 again, just to make the club a bit more stable, and it will obviously start attracting more players, big players. obviously with the expansion of the Anfield Road upcoming as well, more fans as well. And I said my target for the Champions League was quarterfinals minimum. So we have nothing to lose right now. But if we do get through against City, then we have no reason to go all the way and win the Champions League. But it's just important now that we get the top four. Sign some players. Preferably a goalkeeper. No, not a goalkeeper. I think I'm very happy with Karius' form right now. I'd like a centre back. I think we need someone to partner Van Dijk, a defensive midfielder, probably another attacker to replace Coutinho, whether that be a winger, striker, whatever. I think it'll be a winger or a creative player. And I think we might need one more because we obviously have Kea coming in, but I think we might need one more if Emre Can leaves. But then if we get the right players like a Jorginho, maybe like a Lamar or anyone or whoever Klopp wants, if Klopp wants a player, then I want him because it's shown that he has, the players he's bought, they've all been, fantastic signings. So maybe you could say a couple, but look, Mane, Salah, Van Dijk as well. Look how good he's turned out to be. Karius as well. So he's building a fantastic team, and we've waited so long for these European nights, these big European nights in Champions League. And he's finally bringing these days back to the club, and I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. But I'm also very nervous due to the team that we're playing.
Yeah. No, I get all that, and I agree, and I love what you said towards the end there, and it's true. I've been saying a lot on this channel, man. I'm almost comfortable with just about anybody Klopp or that scouting team sees fit. Even if they're not on my personal radar, if we get him in, I trust him under Klopp, and he's proven that just about everybody who's come in, if not everybody, has played a role in this team and has done, in some cases, far better than I think anybody thought. Our own fans, media, whoever. So it's definitely the Klopp factor. And I love what he said in his press today. He said that, of course, Liverpool has a history, and unfortunately, that's really, it feels like at times, all we have. That's just the truth. But it's up to Klopp and this team to make their own history, and they can't really dwell on that or worry about that. This gives me the feeling of the Dortmund and the Europa League. Obviously different. Obviously Champions League is bigger. Obviously City are a better team.
But the same build up and the same occasion.
Yeah, but like at that time, Dortmund was kind of that. They were probably the favorites in that competition. Let's be honest. That season. So, and we knocked them out. And of course, the difference also was that we had the second leg at home, which I know a lot of people would have preferred in the situation for obvious reasons. But again, we stood up tall, and we're clearly better with this team than that team. We had a decent team with that squad, but we're a better team now, better equipped. Guys have been together a little longer with some new additions, of course, but I think we got it in us, man. I really do. The nervousness is natural. I think we're all a little bit nervous, different levels, and mainly just because it's a big game. It's a big game. I don't think it's a nervousness of fear. It's a big game, and I trust these guys to step up. These games don't really bother me, man. It's the games like Swansea late in the season away, or Stoke on a cold night, or those are the games that bother that leave me a little bit worried. But these games we usually step up. As long as we're getting red cards, I think we can go toe to toe with any team. I don't care who it is: Barcelona, Sevilla, not Sevilla, Real Madrid, Juventus, whoever. So I'm ultra confident. And like I said, whatever the result is, I think we can guarantee and be sure that the guys are going to play hard. I don't think Klopp is going to accept anything less. They're going to play, leave everything out in the field. And at the end of the day, what happens with that is what happens. But as long as I see 110% and guys are playing to the best of their ability, then I don't think I can walk away being too upset. So I really appreciate you making time to come on, man. I'm glad I stumbled across your channel, man. You got some good things going on over there. People, again, if you guys, when you guys have time, please go check out the Anfield Roar. Did I get that right? Anfield Roar?
Yeah, the Anfield Roar, yeah.
Yeah. Please go check that out. We'll definitely be doing some more collabs in the future. And look, man, hopefully, we're excited. If not by halftime, by the end of the game, and we'll be looking forward to that review.
Yeah, I can't wait for that game.
Yeah, check you soon, bro.
Thank you, bro.